My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need! And I hope you enjoy the video. Do you know how much I used to watch G4TV back in the days, bruh? Like, do you even understand? Like, I feel like some of y'all suckers don't understand the weight of this news. Because some of y'all suckers a little bit too young. Y'all wasn't really around during G4TV, you know, X-Play with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb, Attack of the Show. This is when gaming used to be a wholesome activity. Like, everyone just enjoyed gaming. People just used to have fun with any type of game. A 7 was actually considered, I don't know, a good score. Like, you could have a difference in opinions in games and people would still be civil. Crazy. I think it was E3. Was it 2005 or 2006? I remember that was like the first time I started to kind of tune into E3, and it was on G4TV, and that was when they were showing Resistance on PS3. That's kind of when I first started to tune into E3, like in 05, 06, and they were showing, like, you know, PS3 and like some of the games on PS3, and I was like... Just in case you wasn't around for this junk, it was just such a special time because, you know, that was kind of still right before the internet age, you know, before the internet just became like everything and just the way we consume news and stuff like that. It was so special around that. I literally would remember, like, when I would get out of school, I would like rush home. I think G4 for me was like on 162 or 164 or something like that. But I had the basic cable downstairs, and my mom had like all like the extra channels. So I would like get home and rush upstairs and go, because my mom didn't get off from her work at that time. So I would like rush upstairs and go to her room, watch G4. Man, that junk was. That joke was good, bro. So G4TV is apparently supposed to be coming back in 2021. Don't know how they gonna come back. Don't know what they gonna do. Don't know if they gonna bring the old cast back together or have a brand new cast. I would love for them actually to bring the old cast back together if somehow it could work. I just looked this junk up yesterday. Morgan Webb is like 41 or 42 years old. I'm like, bro, where has the time gone, dog? Morgan, I'm like, bro. I think, how old is Adam? He has to be in like his like mid 50s or late 60s. Hold up, let me look this junk up. Adam Sessler. Oh, he only 46. I don't know why I thought he just looked older. My bad, Adam. But yeah, bring back the old cast. I would love to see. And I feel like I mean, I don't know if he still like does stuff. I'm sure he's still around in the gaming industry. But ever since his little stint that he had on YouTube with what was that channel? I think it was Rev3 Games or something like that. Like, I've been really kept up with him since then. But yeah, and then I feel like Olivia Munn was the one who, you know, got even more famous after all that stuff, because she went on to do movies, and like she's like actually like a freaking actor now. Like, she's freaking Psylocke in X-Men. You know, so Olivia Munn, you know, went on to do bigger and better things and stuff like that. And I feel like, all of them, went on to do their own thing, but I feel like most of them kind of stayed in their own lane, you know, kind of behind the scenes, where Olivia Munn, you know, wanted to be like on the screen more, stuff like that. But yeah, if they could get back the old cast, I feel like that would be the only way to do it. Because if they was to get a brand new cast of people, and again, we in different times now, bro. I remember on Attack of the Show, like, Olivia Munn and Kevin would always make kind of, I mean, they were jokes, but again, we're in such different times. Like, I feel like people would take offense to some of the stuff that they might have said back then. I hate society today. For example, when Olivia Munn was deep-throating those hot dogs, you cannot tell me today if she did something like that. Some freaking... Bro, I can literally see this junk. Some freaking SJW feminists would come out and say, look how they're sexualizing Olivia. You cannot tell me stuff like that would not happen. That's why, low-key, I don't want this junk to return. It's just completely different times, not just with gaming, but socially, politically. It's just... If they was to do this, it would have to be how it was before. If they try to make this junk into some politically correct, like, I ain't watching it. I'm not watching it, bro. And I feel like they would have to bring back the old cast. Or at least have the old cast, like, make, you know, appearances every now and again. Maybe you could bring an all new cast, but you would have to, you know, get the right group of people together. But yeah, I mean, and again, like, back when all this stuff was going on, like, this was before the internet age, you know, this was really before YouTube really started. I think YouTube was around back then, but it wasn't like what it is today. Like, people weren't uploading on YouTube as a freaking career, you know. It was still people just like doing, you know, little freaking cat videos, whatever. Now, like, it's just so different. You know, a lot more people have voices now and stuff like that. A lot of people depend on their favorite content creators, you know, to get their information about games now, as just opposed to going to a freaking network to get all the news and stuff. It's just, there's a time has changed a lot of things. So I don't know, like, what format. I would still want it to be the old format, but just as far as the way they did the overall show, it would have to be revamped just because of the internet, you know, today. But yeah, so they would definitely have to do some new things, you know, to add to the show and stuff like that. But I would like to see some of the old cast return, especially Adam Sessler. Like, I always liked, I feel like I haven't heard nobody say a single negative thing about that man. Like, he's so respected in the gaming industry, and people, like, respect his opinion. I would definitely like to see him come back. I'm not sure what he's up to these days. I'd like to see Morgan Webb come back. I don't know what she's up to these days. If they could get Olivia Munn, I know she's doing, like, freaking actual, like, movies now and on Netflix and stuff like that. Bring back Kevin, if you could get him. Like, I would like to see them bring back the old cast, and maybe even bring some of, like, the old, you know, IGN employees. Like, if they could get Naomi Kyle, I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe, what was the other chick that replaced Naomi after she left? Or was that I don't even freaking remember the freaking IGN timeline. But Jessica Chobot, maybe they could get her. Maybe Greg. Nah. I like Greg Miller, but I just feel like I see him too much. So I was about to say Greg Miller, but nah, I'm good. I'm good. Keep him away. But they could get, you know, they could bring back some of the old cast and, you know, add some new people that are, like, you know, that is respected in, like, the gaming industry. I feel like, you know, that could be cool. Just kind of try to mix it up, you know, still have some of that old flavor, but bring in some new flavor as well, you know, just with the different times being and stuff like that. I'm actually very interested to see how this turns out. I just hope it's not ruined because of times. I'm definitely open to it, but again, I do have my worries. What's y'all thoughts about G4TV returning? And yeah, man, We shall see. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until the next video, my brothers and sisters, I'll catch y'all on my next one, alright?